The Vault games on Epic Games might be over, but there is a lot going on this week. Big games, small games, demos, deals. Let's jump straight in, and this one we're gonna have to go through really fast. So, Umbra Mortis. Rise as children of the Almighty and be guided in your salvation. You must trek a path of mud and blood, but if you walk it together, you will surely have enough strength to tear through these beasts. Looks pretty, looks interesting. It has just been released, free to play. Looks like a multiplayer game. Okay, gotta move. Daisho, Survival of a Samurai. I'm not sure why the female samurai is so minimally clothed, but have to move on. An action RPG with casual survival game mechanics and big village building possibilities. And it seems that over time, your female samurai can get more clothed. Let me know in the comments if that's the mechanic that you want to see in games. Don't let me know in the comments. I don't want to know. Final rounds. That's the final round. I swear this time. One last time for today. Final rounds is a simple yet highly addictive arcade game. Does look simple. I can see how it would be addictive as well. Seasonala Cemetery, a meditative experience that invites players to explore the serene beauty of a living, breathing cemetery as it changes with the seasons. It is free to play, has 26 positive reviews so far. Chronicles of the Celestial Way. Action RPG, battle, level up, enhance gear, and challenge foes, dungeons, and players. Based on Chinese myth. It has almost 100 positive reviews already, even if just in the first week of being released. If we make it home, snipping, pruning, eating, at what point are you no longer human? An adventure spacesuit ensuring survival at all costs, inspired by The Suit. Looks like a lot of different angles here. This looks like kind of an experimental experience. It does have 17 positive reviews. You could be the 18th reviewer. Or how about a simple job with a simple task? Don't press the red button. Sounds easy? This is featuring an annoying voice, absurd endings, and too many achievements. Looks like kind of a soft horror Stanley's Parable. Looks like it. Gravebound. Survive as long as you can through waves of magic guardians. Level up to heighten your own magical abilities and unlock game-changing weapon upgrades and new areas as you explore Dark Willow Crypt. There Will Be Light. A top-down puzzle adventure in a gloomy but cozy environment. To progress, you have to solve tricky logic puzzles while defending yourself against enemies. That's interesting, kind of two things going on there at the same time. A few positive reviews so far. The Tavern in the Woods. A first-person, single-player, interactive fiction story that blends mystery, storytelling, and supernatural horror. There it is. I knew I could feel it coming. Pretty graphics. Looks like an interesting environment. A likely place for a supernatural horror game. I have to say that. What the pack? What the pack is a mini-game rush party game with fast-paced gameplay for up to 8 players. That's a lot of repetition of the word game. Our various mini-games, it's not over, are designed so you can pull off all kinds of shenanigans with your friends, or steal their chickens before throwing them overboard. Alright, that is free to play. That's early access. This is an early access, but if you add the early access to your library, I think you'll keep it forever, or at least quite a while. Construction Simulator has returned, larger and more impressive than ever. I believe this is a weekend. Yes, I should have put this at the end, but here you go. It is a free weekend. You can play this until the end of Sunday, I believe, if I'm counting correctly. Larger and more impressive than ever, fulfill your ambition to become a successful construction entrepreneur by establishing your business from scratch, assisted by your mentor, Hap. Or Hape. This has been out for 3 years. It has over 8,000 very positive reviews. So you can try before you buy. Towerborn. I actually have a gameplay video about Towerborn on the channel. I will add the link in the description. By the way, all these games will be in the description, so you don't have to go looking around for them. I'll include the gameplay for Towerborn if you're interested. I had fun. It was lots of silly fun. This is a new kind of looter brawler combined with side-scrolling combat with action RPG loot progression and endless customization. There was a lot of customization. That is absolutely true. Catharsis, a puzzle adventure set in a corrupted Byzantine cathedral. Like, controversial take, but I feel like games do not utilize Byzantine architecture often enough. With the help of your companion, cleanse and illuminate the path in front of you by harnessing the power of the light. This is free to play. Eternal Circus, dance with missiles. What else? Become a nimble mech and defeat bosses while dodging a barrage of missiles in this top-down 3D dodge 'em up inspired by mecha anime and Eternal Circus. Gladiators Survival in Rome. Now, just so that you're aware, this has 375 mixed reviews, but there could be a lot of things behind that. Just be aware there's probably microtransactions or performance issues or something. But if you like Roman history, this is another game. Gladiators Survival in Rome is an action RPG with casual survival game mechanics and active city building. If you decide to check it out, or any of these, let me know down in the comments what your experience was like. Flow Loop and is a minimalistic anti-gravity racer where you can try and stay on the track for as long as you can. Every day, you can play on 3 new procedurally generated levels where you race around in 3D space. Interesting idea to keep people coming back for new content every single day. 17 Ways Not to Die is a movie, first and foremost. A movie in which you can influence what happens on the screen. There are 17 endings, or not endings, or not 17. I don't know, I don't care. Well, that is a very interesting and honest description from someone who clearly has put some work into filming all this, but it might not be great or it might be brilliant. Action Game Course. This action-packed game is the result of Action Game Course by UNF Games, a complete beginner to pro game development training using Unreal Engine 5. Oh, I apologize. This is not a game. This is a training course in how to build a game in Unreal Engine 5, and it is completely free. That is not what I expected when I put it on this list, I must admit. But cool nonetheless. Let me know if you want to see more things like that in these videos. Infinite Blue, mixed reviews. Just letting you know, because it looks beautiful and really, really cool. In this, you discover an immersive ocean ecosim where you can be almost any animal under the sea. Oh, you can be the animal. From a tiny seahorse to a massive blue whale. Experience the endless circle of life. In a massive world of reefs, shipwrecks, and hidden worlds. Spectacle. Change your surroundings in the blink of an eye. Wield powerful glasses that let you see and interact with the world in new ways. This is a surreal first-person puzzle game about observation, spatial reasoning, and lizards. Trolley Dash. A fast-paced, endless arcade game where you race to grab items, fill orders, and deliver them before time runs out. Is this multiplayer? No, single player only, but looks like it could be kind of a fun, crazy game. Over on Indie Gala, 2 kind of random things, but Welcome to Princeland. I'm sorry, I haven't played it, but it looks like kind of a retro Far Cry game. Nothing wrong with that if it runs well. Could be fun, and it is free to keep for a limited time over in Indie Gala. Again, links down in the description. Likewise, Deep Despair 3. Now, what catches my interest is that this is the 3rd one, so the first 2 apparently were not complete disasters. This looks like kind of a top-down Minecraft, I'm gonna say. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Also free to claim and keep forever on Indie for a very limited time. Over to Epic Games. Well, the Vault games have ended. The first game beginning again our weekly games to at least the end of the year. Now, 2 Point Hospital is available. This is a game where you build up a hospital. It looks like it doesn't take itself too seriously. There's lots of funny things. You have to keep your patients entertained also, but you are trying to run a business and make running a hospital profitable. All right, Next Fest is on Steam. There are a lot of interesting demos. I'm going to go through them as quickly as possible just to make sure you're aware of some of the biggest hits. All right, starting with Go Way Back from PlayerUnknown Productions, I believe of PUBG fame. This is about starting with hiking and then about survival. It has very strong lawn dark vibes for me, just with better graphics, and I'm there for it. It hasn't been released yet, but there is a demo on and early access that you can check out. It looks pretty amazing. Less amazing, but I had to include it because penguins. Bounce Masters launch a penguin across the globe. Who wouldn't check that out? Free demo. Wildgate demo, a PvP multiplayer shooter that blends tactical ship-to-ship combat with fast-paced first-person action. Check out the demo and try before you buy. Jump Ship is a mission-based co-op PvE for up to 4 players where you are the crew of a spaceship. Transition seamlessly from crewing the ship to on-foot exploration and spacewalks. That is a cool concept. If they can pull it off technically, this is something to keep an eye on. Solo leveling Arise Overdrive. Based on the webtoon with 14 billion views. Billion! It is now an action RPG game. Pioneer drops players in a vast, grim world where survival hinges on exploration, crafting, and smart resource management. There's a lot going on. There's magic. There's lots of very creative looking weapons, from crowbar to looks like even a weaponized bagpipe. Lots going on here. Might be one to keep an eye on. But at least during Next Fest you can try it to know that you should look for it. Something different for the football fans out there. UFL is a free-to-play competitive football game that provides an exciting and fair sports gaming experience. You can try the demo, then add it to your wish list. Escape from Duckholf, a single-player top-down shooter where you gather supplies in Duckholf to build your hideout and enhance your combat skills. Be cautious of enemies. If defeated, you'll lose your gear, but with solid infrastructure, you'll make a quick comeback. I think they mean a quack comeback. I believe I've heard some positive things about this. Now, of course, Stellar Blade. It is now on PC, and there is a demo for you to try it to see, very importantly, if your machine can run it, and to make sure that it is what you think it is before you actually buy it. I believe this game needs no introduction, but it's really cool to be able to try before you buy. 4,000 positive reviews on the PC version already. Lost Rift is a high-stakes first-person survival shooter adventure. The demo allows you to explore the first section of Pioneer's Landing, our PvE survival zone, and repeatable expeditions. I think I just saw humans with heads of sheep. Well, you should check it out. Morbid Metal, a hack and slash action roguelite where you can shapeshift into unique characters to slaughter enemies with powerful combos. Switch characters in real time to unleash your power and fight your way through hordes of deadly machines and intense bosses. Very interesting idea to be able to change your character at any moment to match the play type of the challenge that you have in front of you. I don't know anything about the performance here. That is why it is a good idea to check out the demo. Eric Sholm. Experience an isometric, narrative-driven stealth game and join Hannah's adventure in the vibrant city of Eriksholm. The mysterious disappearance of her brother Herman ignites a chain of catastrophic events that will forever change their lives and the fate of the entire city. Getting strong Plague Tale vibes, just isometric. And looks cool. Very positive reviews so far. Horizon Journey. Not that Horizon. This is Horizon Journey in space. An epic adventure to Mars. An open-world survival game that blends colonization, terraforming, and exploration in both single-player and multiplayer co-op modes. That's a lot of things going on. They're combining several genres here, which often doesn't work, but when it does, it can become something really, really special. So maybe worth keeping an eye on that one. Vindictus. Defying fate. Experience intense action. Brought to life with diverse, unique characters. Read your enemy's attacks and strike back for maximum impact in Vindictus. Defying fate. Immerse yourself in signature combat and a gripping narrative. Now, this has been out for 4 days. It already has 4,000 mixed reviews. So, you have been warned, but you can try the demo for free. Let me make sure it's still there. Yes, demo is still there. Now, that was the last demo. If that was not enough for you, here are a few pretty amazing deals. Resident Evil Village is, how much? 75% off. You can pick it up for $10. In this, you can experience survival horror like never before in the 8th major installment of the Resident Evil franchise. 81 overwhelmingly positive reviews, and you can pick it up for $10. What more do you need to know? Mortal Shell, mixed reviews. Like, I'm not quite sure why. I think it had some serious performance issues when it was first released. But my co-host Michał actually played it quite a bit of it and enjoyed it. It is very much a Dark Souls-like game. It is on a big sale, 95% off. You can pick it up for just like a little bit over €1 or $1. And Crime City Roque City was released just last year, 1 year ago. This is a 1 to 4 player co-op FPS heist game with enjoyable stealth and epic killing spree combat. Yeah, I see the killing spree right there. 90% off, you can pick it up for $2. Mixed reviews, and the fact that it is 90% off after 1 year should tell you this is not going to be the game of the year, but it might be worth it for $2. Finally, you made it to the end. Finally, a bundle on Humble Bundle that I find to be pretty amazing. For about $20, you can pick up War Tales, which I played a lot of on Game Pass. It is a strangely addictive game. Black Book, Slay the Spire, the classic. Medium, I've heard, is good. Art of Rally is solid. Potion Craft has a 93% positive rating on Steam. This is a really, really nice bundle for just $20. If you only play half of them, it could keep you busy for quite a while. And yeah, check that out. Use the links down in the description for this one, and then Humble will send us a small tip, which helps support us. Thank you very much. You have gotten to the very end of this video. You have squeezed every drop of milk out of this week's gaming. Tell me in the comments what you are going to play this week, what you're going to pick up and check out, and then let me know in the comments your experience of that game. If you have gotten this far, it means that you are a super fan of the Should You Play It channel. And you should put in the comments the password to let me know that you are a super fan, which is Bounce the Penguins. Yeah, I'm still thinking about the demo for the penguin launching game. Bounce the Penguins. I'll know what it means. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your weekend. See you next time. Bye.